I hope y'all enjoyed the week before last meal. Make sure
You're on mute right now. You're on mute.
Okay, sorry about that. I got a new phone, guys. So bear with me. My phone, like last time when I was recording with you guys, I couldn't see you because my screen was like blacked out ink. So finally, I got a phone after they gave me the ringer, but I'm not gonna lie. So this week we are going to be making abandoned soup. I just thought because it's getting cold, well, you know, LA weather is tricky, but for the most part, it's getting cool outside. And when it's cool outside, I like to do a lot of one pot dishes, you know, because we're already getting ready for the holiday and we're gonna be cooking a lot with the family. So usually with my kids, we do chili, we do oxtail soup, we do abandagas, we do zuppa toscana. That's another one of my favorites. So I'm gonna introduce this to you guys. My aunt makes this soup really, really well. Let's get into it. And you can add as many vegetables as you want to this soup, but we're making it traditional minus the rice. One of my soupies already got on me like, where's her rice? So you would traditionally put rice into the meatball, but it's being added as a binder. So for the most part, you can use bread or oats or anything else to kind of bind it together if you don't use the rice, just for the meatball to kind of adhere and stick. So we're gonna be using 82% ground beef, has a lot of fat in it. Good morning, how are you? Following the station, it's already set up. Oh, she'll get them some. So we're gonna be using, this is 8 ounces, a full half a pound of ground beef. You can supplement with ground turkey or ground pork, whatever you like, but traditionally it's ground beef. You're gonna be using beef broth. For a single serving, I would suggest using about, I would say 16 ounces, 2 cups. You don't want it to reduce down to where you don't have any broth, and we are going to be cooking the meatballs within the actual soup. One step that I do a little bit different when we get to it is that I'm going to sear the meatballs for color, and then I'm going to add it in. But we definitely want that fat and all of that juice from the meatball to extract into the broth. Okay, so we don't want it to cook fully on the skillet because we're going to be losing all that flavor that needs to be in the soup. But back to the ingredients. So we have our beef broth. We have carrots, right? I got 2 nice carrots. We're going to peel these down, chop them into nice little coins. We're going to be using some onion for our soup because you can't have soup without onion. We're going to be using some fresh garlic. For our carb, we're going to be using a russet potato. If you have a golden potato, red potato at home, you are more than welcome to switch that up. The russet, I like a russet potato. I just like the taste of it. Like the red potato, it's more vegetable-y to me, so it's just a little bit different. And then I have 1 egg that we're going to be using as our binder, like I said, for our ground beef meatballs. I also have about 4 ounces of canned diced tomato with the juice, as well as 1.5 ounces of tomato sauce. Okay, guys. So for our dry ingredients, we're going to be using, I haven't got mine measured out yet, but they're in the back. We're going to be using garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and black pepper, about a tablespoon of each. That's going to be our dry seasoning for our meatball. You also have some dried oregano at your station. We're going to add the oregano in our soup as well as our meatball. And then for our garnish at the end, When our soup is completely finished, we are going to get some nice garnish of fresh cilantro, kind of brings it out, okay? So let's get to chopping. We got a lot to chop. I want to add some onions into that meatball. So we're gonna have to get these onions chopped down as fine as possible. I'm looking at my students right here because, you know, they've been with me a while and I've been, you know, trying to test their knife skills and want to make sure that we're getting a nice brunoise out of our onion today. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off the guts of the onion. All right. Start of that. Now you're not gonna need a whole onion for this recipe. We're just gonna be making enough servings for 2. So go ahead and cut that in half and then you can split the other one with your partner. Okay. Let me get an apron on people. Get touchy. Let's get touchy. So you guys, I'm gonna pass around the tomato sauce for you guys to measure out your 2 ounces in your black cup, okay? Alrighty, dighty. So now we're gonna be dicing our onion down. You guys know we start vertically. Make sure you have a nice solid grip on your onion. You want these to be brunoise, so you want very thin, small slices in between. And you want to guide your knife up horizontally, as you see, and then we are just going to chop them out. Very easy. All the pieces, cuts come out perpendicular, like we want them. Okay. All right. So you want these to be diced as fine as possible. When it gets down to the butt, you just want to cut that down and then just follow suit and get them as fine as possible. Don't want to waste them. So I'm going to I'm going to measure out about 2 tablespoons of my onion for my ground beef mixture. Let me grab me some tablespoons, measure some. All right. I'm gonna get it hot. So, I'm gonna measure that out. This is our tablespoon. 1 and 2. Can I here get an extra bowl? You guys might want to grab you an extra bowl as well, just so you guys can put your chopped ingredients to the side. Okay, so I'm gonna put the rest of my onion to the side for my soup. Now I'm going to mince down my garlic right after we finish that onion. Try to get your onion chopped as fine as possible, that back there, because it's going inside your meatball and it's going inside your soup. Okay. Get this garlic open. It's being mean, y'all. Okay. So I'm going to reserve 1 garlic clove for my albondigas soup, and then 1 is gonna go inside the meatball, okay, guys? So if I can get my garlic out, all right, that's a lot of work. Okay. That was a lot of work. Mash it down to open it up. Same thing with your garlic, you want to mince it down very fine. Nobody wants to, you know, add it to a large piece. Well, I don't mind, but I don't mind the garlic. But you know, you want to make sure you are doing your cuts as perpendicular as possible. Okay, people. All right. Move the top away so you guys can see me. So I'm going to just start mincing my garlic down. Right. Always make sure you're going behind the back of your knife. Garlic and all kinds of vegetables tend to stick to the back when you're chopping down. Don't forget that. I would say. Take a mini, like small. Oh, is the onion making you cry? That means it's fresh. All right. No, you're doing half of the onion. 2 tablespoons are gonna go inside of your ground beef mixture. And then the rest is gonna be reserved for our soup, all right? So I've already minced down my 2 cloves of garlic, very fine, nice chopper style. I'm gonna measure out 1 tablespoon of this nice garlic. It's gonna go in my ground beef mixture, bone chica. The rest is gonna get pushed over with my onions for my soup, okay? Now, don't cry, dry your eyes. The onions are fresh in here today, okay? So I'm gonna give our soup a couple more minutes. You guys are following along at home. We're just chopping down our, they're still chopping down our onion, mixing down the garlic. We're gonna put 2 tablespoons of onion into our 8 ounces of ground beef, which is half a pound. And then we are going to be putting in 1 tablespoon of minced garlic into the ground beef and reserving the rest for the soup. I'm gonna go ahead and give my carrots and my zucchini a quick rinse, and I'll be right back with y'all. So I hope you guys are ready for Thanksgiving, Uma family. You guys check out my page. We are doing Thanksgiving trays. If you guys are interested in any of our dishes that we are promoting this year, Eat Peace Food on Instagram. You can hit me directly. All right. So we are going to be peeling the top layer of the carrots. Okay. No, I could put all of my things into my bowl. So I'm gonna put my onion and garlic into here. All right. And I'm gonna peel down. I'm just gonna use 1 carrot. If you want to use 2, go ahead. Turn it. All right, make sure it's nice and clean, okay? And that's off my chopping block. All right, so with the carrots, we want them to cook at the same rate as potatoes. So we're gonna make sure we cook these kind of perpendicular, okay? I know carrots are kind of tough to cut through, but you wanna chop off this part, right, the root. That out the way. I like to start with the smaller part first, because you know these are, gonna cook quicker. All right, and I'm gonna cut mine from a bias for presentation. So you're gonna hold your carrot straight, but you're gonna hold your knife at an angle. Can you guys see my hand? All right. Sorry about that. I'm on tilt. Okay. So I'm gonna hold my knife at an angle, but I'm gonna hold my carrot straight, and we're just gonna cut it on the bias. Just makes it look nicer, People eat with their eyes first. All right. And we're there. Put these right in here with my onion and my garlic. Now we're gonna repeat the process, and we're going to cut down our zucchini. Cut the ends off. I'm gonna cut this in half to make it easier for me to work with. All right. Are you guys almost with me? If you're not, it's okay.
Oh, somebody's smoking a big blunt out there.
Oh, wow.
Hi, good morning.
Sorry.
Hi.
Guys.
I don't smoke, I'm just saying that Somebody was.
Sorry about that. So we are going to cut our zucchini in what we call python or a medium dice, okay? So I'm gonna go down on my zucchini and I'm gonna cut it into 3 sections, 3 pieces, okay? This thick. Then I'm going to stack them, stack 2.
I'll watch you, how you cut the zucchini.
And then we are going to cut this into 3 sections. One of my zucchini came out of my cup. And then we're going to go ahead and medium dice this down, okay? All right,
Cut it this
just
way.
maybe about this size. All right, you ready? We're gonna put that right into our bowl with our carrot and repeat the process with our last piece. Now, like I said, you can add any vegetables if you want to add corn to this. If you want to add squash, you want to substitute out your potato for sweet potato. I don't know how that's gonna taste, but why not? Okay. All right. So I'll put that in. We'll reserve this because I just want to make sure that we're cooking at the correct proportions, meaning that we don't want to have too much vegetable, not enough juice, too much juice, not enough vegetable. So you always want to eyeball those things when you're doing soups. And our last ingredient is the almighty potato, right? Give it a nice rinse and then we're going to peel this like we did our carrot. All right, so I have a nice clean potato. I love potatoes, it's terrible. But I don't eat them all the time, especially in the fried way, French fries, that gets me so nice and salty. It's terrible. It's just terrible, y'all. Okay. So I'm going to do a medium dice on my potato. I'm gonna cut my potato. Let's see, I can do 1, 2, and 3. Okay. I'm gonna stack 2. Repeat the process like I did the zucchini. Stack. Gonna cut it down.
I'm too late today, aren't I?
You're not too
I had
late.
to get my church.
Oh, well, I'm not mad at that. You can come on in and you can hop on that back station. And then you can just follow along. I have the recipe card on the table. And then Paulette can help you as well.
Okay, do I have a cutting board?
Yes, sir, I can get you a cutting board. Go ahead and get your hands washed up in the sink to my back left, right? Sorry. On the other side, because I'm on the camera. I'm sorry. All right, so Mary, I'm on camera with my other class. Can you stand your station for me?
I'm
And then
just seeing how you cut the,
yeah, no problem. They're small cubes.
we're supposed to start cooking now, aren't we?
Not yet. Give me 1 second.
Oh,
Okay, so we're just chopping down our potato. All right, done. So I'm finished with that. I'm going to leave my vegetables over to the side. And then we are going to start working on our meatball, okay? A couple of our students here still catching up on the process. So in our bowl, we have our diced onion, we have our minced garlic. We also have our zucchini, half a zucchini. We have 1 whole carrot that was cut on a bias. And so that's all inside of our 1 bowl that we're gonna reserve to the side until we start adding that to the fire, okay? And if you haven't added your zucchini to your bowl, you can reserve it to the side. That is my mistake. I actually add my zucchini in last, okay? I'm gonna take mine out. I got thrown off a little bit. And the only reason we do that is because our zucchinis cook down faster than the potatoes, and we don't want the zucchinis to be slimy, okay? Because it can change the texture of our soup, okay? So we want to start with the rooted vegetables, which will be the carrot and the potato, and then we will follow along at the end. Once those are al dente and ready to bite, we'll go ahead and add in the zucchini at the end of the cilantro, okay? All right, that's my mistake. Yes. So your zucchini should be cubed. You're gonna cut it in half. Then you're gonna cut it into three. Well, everybody, you're gonna cut it into three, and then you're gonna dice it down.
Okay,
Okay.
so we're gonna do that last. Should I put this on the table here?
Yeah, you can just reserve it over to the side or put it in that middle bowl.
I have-
Oh, yeah, your other stuff, no, you can just reserve it to the side. You don't need your cutting board for anything else except for your mincing of your cilantro. That's gonna be your garnish at the end, okay? All right, Dicey, I'm almost done recovering my zucchini. That was for your other person at your station, so it's supposed to be 1 carrot per person.
Oh, right there.
Okay. I got all the zucchini on.
What about cumin? Is that gonna be needed?
Yes, I have that, all your dry ingredients, did she give it to you?
No, got maybe oregano. No,
What was this one? What was this one?
hit this number.
Oh,
No,
Okay, let me give you.
That's onion powder, pepper, and I just smell cumin.
You're right, Mary.
So 50 in total. Holy crap, huh?
No.
You
You're
hear me
okay.
on that? The other-
You're okay.
My sister hates cumin.
It's very.
It's strong, I like it. It just not so much. What you mean last week?
We were here last week. We actually do every other week now, so we won't hear next week, the week after.
No, okay. Can I ask, I'm not gonna eat the potato.
You don't have to include
Or the
it.
rice, is there anything else that would bind it?
So we're not gonna add the rice as a binder, we're gonna use the egg. You don't really, it's not necessary.
One is enough.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, guys, so I'm getting ready to start seasoning up. Getting ready to start seasoning up our meatball. I'm gonna be adding 1 teaspoon of cumin. 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Excuse me, half a tablespoon of garlic powder. You can still this for me, they just need 1 teaspoon. Yes, ma'am. Half a teaspoon tablespoon of granulated garlic powder. Onion powder.
So this clear.
A half a tablespoon of paprika.
Table that's gonna go inside of your meatballs. Just let you guys know.
And of course, black pepper, okay? Now, we are gonna be adding salt to our meatballs today. It needs some love. And I'm going to be doing just a half a teaspoon of salt, okay? Where's my half? This is really weird, it's not even here, so I'm gonna do. Here it is. All right, and that's directly in. And then I'm going to go in with 1 egg, okay? All right, careful not to get a shell in there. You're gonna sprinkle a little bit of our oregano, but we're gonna reserve most of that for our soup. And then you're gonna get your hands dirty, people. You gotta mush our meatballs. Now, students here, there's gonna be a sheet tray over to your left. Go ahead and grab one.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna put your garlic inside the meatball. Yeah. This extra right here.
So I put garlic in and together.
So you guys will need a skillet to brown your meatballs. So once. Oh, don't forget to put your papa. I'm trying to see if I have any more.
Okay, gotcha. So you're gonna only put your here.
Okay, so I don't want to get my hands too dirty today. So just here. So I'm grabbing some gloves. I'm gonna get gloved up
Nice chairs over here.
in his hand.
I'm not having surgery for nothing. It hurt me 8 months.
Oh, wow. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and start seasoning up my meatballs. And I'm gonna roll them into probably like half an ounce meatballs, not too big, okay?
Do I do the carrot down?
Yes, you're gonna, make sure you're getting all of your seasoning in here. Swishing it around town. Not yet. I put the oregano and I reserved a little bit too.
Max, you want to feel out for everyone?
Yes, ma'am. All right, people. So I got a nice big ball of meat, nice and seasoned. Make sure you get those onions evenly coated. Now I'm gonna just start rolling the meatball. Okay, guys. When you guys get to your meatballs, take them like this. I'm sure we made meatballs before, so you guys.
Yeah, I got this.
We just want this nice little
Maybe you
size.
drop there, just need
Okay.
cups.
You can do as many as you get out of your 8 ounces.
Or you can chop that.
You want to make sure they're as even as possible, so they can cook at the same rate.
Yep, try to do the carrot. Gloves for the meatballs.
Yes, the gloves are up here for you guys to roll your meatballs. You should get about 6 1 ounces. About 6.
Max, are you adding any salt into the meatball?
I did. I gave everybody salt at their station. This is my last one. You want to make sure you discard your gloves immediately because we have a lot of vegetables on our station and we do not want to cross contaminate, okay? So if you want, you can put them directly into that bowl your meat came out of and go ahead and put that over to the side just until we start doing dishes. Okay, guys? All righty, dicey. So,
What everybody's parents are doing?
Where do we put the meatballs once you roll them?
I'm getting ready to start searing my meatballs. Now, like I said, before we sear the meatballs, we're gonna start the soup process first. We don't wanna extract too much fat from the meatball because we want a lot of that to actually be in our soup, okay? So I'm gonna start my fire on medium high, between 5 and 6. I'm gonna add some oil, the oil.
Here you go.
Thank you. I'm going to add the oil to my pots.
It's just so tricky, mess up carrot.
Pardon me?
I would say you got it. Just asking if you got it.
Oh, sure, you can have, go Bugs Bunny with it. Yeah. So I'm letting my oil heat up. I'm a handy dandy witch spoon. Just kidding. You know what?
She took that pot. I love that other
Oh my gosh, you're coming out with another willow.
That's not there. It's okay. It's just me. It's so strong.
Why is everybody, the onions, they're not bothering me, they're bothering everybody's head. Okay. So I'm going to add in my onion, my garlic, my potato, and my carrots. Now you want to keep on stirring this. You don't want your garlic to overcook, but the water that's gonna come off of your potatoes and your carrots is gonna save your garlic. We're gonna go in. Yes, you should hear that nice sound. Yes. We're gonna saute these vegetables for about 2 minutes. Yes, yes, yes. Now you definitely wanna add a little bit of salt, just a pinch. You wanna always bring out the flavor in the food. And you wanna make sure the food is seasoned at every stage. I'm gonna add the salt in. Yeah, huh? Yeah, break one? Are you? I don't. I feel like the egg is gonna be all right. So, I'm gonna mix it, and I'm gonna mix it. And I'm gonna mix it. All right. So, while this is searing down, I'm going to turn on my meatball pan. Start getting that up to between 5 and 6. This is smelling amazing. Now.
Okay.
Yes, you can over there.
Right. You did something to change, right?
And you don't have to put the potatoes down.
Everybody all right? Okay, guys, so it's been about 2 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and add in my 2 cups of beef broth. You guys need a measuring cup. It is right here.
There's 3 cups. Is
That
that,
can put them in.
this is into our box.
You guys can have 3. That's fine. Sorry. Some of you guys have more vegetables than others, so go ahead. I said 2. 3 cups. Yes. So you're gonna put 3 cups of beef broth.
Get the oil hot first.
Yes, and this is low sodium. Huh? Oh, this is 3 cups of low sodium beef broth. They're on sale right now. 2 for $3. You know, Thanksgiving time, all the broth is on sale, all the Swanson and everything. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this directly on top of my potatoes.
I'm wondering if she's talking to us or-
Both.
Right, it's hard to follow.
Yes, both. So go ahead and put your pot on here, add some oil. We're gonna saute the onion, the garlic, the potatoes, and the carrots. Yes, you can. All right. Now you're gonna follow along with your 4 ounces of chopped tomatoes with the juice. That will be our next ingredient into the soup. And our last ingredient is going to be our 2 ounces of tomato sauce. All right, so I got that in there. I'm gonna add in the rest of my oregano that I had. Now, I'm going to start searing my meatballs. Okay? Gonna give this a quick stir though. Make sure everything is mixed in. We're gonna lower the heat for our soup between 4 and 3. If you would like to, you can cover it halfway, but not all the way. Now, my heat is up high. I'm gonna add my meatballs. I'm only gonna sear them about 1 to 2 minutes on each side, and then I'm gonna put them directly into the soup. Taste the soup. That's enough. Here's some for you. All right. Don't forget, we still have our zucchini. Has to make it in here. So if you need to add more broth, go ahead. I'm gonna add a little more. A bowl full of all right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and split my meatballs and brown the other side. Looking for a nice brown color of the meatball. Oh my God. Oh, yeah, sorry, have to do this. All right, and so we're searing the other side like we did this side. Like I said, we don't want it to cook completely at all. We literally just want some color on there and it's gonna go right into the pot. All right, so I'm gonna cut my fire off. And I'm gonna add my meatballs directly into my soup.
You need to ask.
Yes, we're gonna make sure, not yet. You're gonna make sure that your meatballs are cooked thoroughly before you add your
Oh,
zucchini.
we cook our meatballs.
Yeah, so the meatballs, we're gonna sear on both sides to make sure they get nice color. And then we are going to be adding them directly into the soup. We want all that fat and juice to come out inside the soup, okay? That is the goal. Then we will add in our zucchini last along with our cilantro, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and mince my cilantro because you want it to be on top, nice and fresh. Yes.
Now I think you stuff on the mix, yeah.
Yeah. Tomato juice and you like tomatoes.
In regard to the broth and the tomatoes, do I cook those in after I cook for 3 minutes? So I put those in now.
So you, nice. Now go ahead and add in your reconsider first.
Okay, I got the cheese.
Now, I only have one measure. Oh, no, here.
I'm in the box of my hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna do 3 cups.
So you're gonna add 3 cups to your beef broth after you have sauteed your onions, potatoes, garlic, and carrots. So once that's complete, you're gonna go ahead and add in the 3 cups of beef broth, your 4 ounces of stewed diced tomatoes with the juice, along with your 2 ounces of tomato juice. Excuse me, sauce. And the rest of your oregano. You're gonna put that on between 4 and 5. While that's gonna start cooking, you're gonna go ahead and sear both sides of your meatballs in your skillet. Once they are brown on each side, we're gonna cut the fire off the skillet and we're gonna add those meatballs into our soup. And then we're gonna allow them to cook in the soup, okay? We're gonna wait until everything is completely cooked, including our potatoes. It's really important that we give our potatoes time to cook.
I'll put the, this second.
Was it enough to cover all your vegetables? And more, because when you put in your meatballs, it's gonna take more weight. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some of my station cleaned up, guys. Our soup is gonna cook for about 10 minutes. Okay. So like I said, this is a meatball dish, but you guys can also switch it out to turkey. If you're not a fan of ground beef, ground pork, ground chicken, what have you. You can do it vegan without the meatballs. Or you can do it with Beyond Meat or cauliflower as a substitution. You guys know I love cauliflower. So yeah, I think it's really, really hearty. It's a good soup. It's inexpensive. I got this ground beef. I got 10 pounds of ground beef right now from Smart Find. It was on sale. I think it's $2.29 a pound. So yeah, it's really flavorful. It's good to have in the house just to like, I'm all about not eating fast food. My family knows I get on their nerves. Like I let them eat out, maybe once or twice a week, depending on my crazy schedule. But for the most part, I make my groceries work. And so we do a lot of soup. We did pasta. I was just telling Shallon, I made pasta last night. And my daughter, they love white sauce, Alfredo. But I use like the Borson cheese to make it like super, super creamy. But you know how sometimes the cheese and the dairy doesn't always agree. I was telling her that she wanted another plate. And I'm like, okay, baby girl, pace yourself. I was like, she's like, no, mommy, I'm really hungry. I'm like, okay. So I gave her that extra plate this morning. She was like, okay, mommy, I have too much cream. I'm like, see? So anyway, I do a lot of pastas, a lot of soup during the winter time. I probably will do a pot pie the next class that we have. I'm thinking you guys would really enjoy that. I don't do it traditionally. We're gonna do a broccoli, chicken, and cheese pot pie with the pie crust, very, very good. And another, they call home cooked. Okay. Homey meal, cozy meal for the winter time. Okay, guys. So our soup is
Max, can you move a salt box? We can't see. Okay, hi,
Oh,
Talika, can you
sorry.
move the salt? Thank you.
Hi, Felicia, how you doing?
I'm okay, how
I
are
love
you?
the pink. I'm
thank
well. So we're gonna make sure the potatoes are all the way cooked, meaning that we're gonna stick a fork in it to make sure it goes through. We don't want the potatoes to cook all the way down to like mashed potatoes, so it's really important that we kind of eye that process. So once the potatoes are cooked all the way through, we can go ahead and add in our zucchini. The meatballs are not gonna take that long to cook because we're braising them. So we're just really waiting for everything to kind of get tender and all those flavors from the meatballs kind of to, come into our soup. Okay, guys? So mine has been cooking now for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna give it another 5. And I'm gonna check the tenderness of the potatoes, and then I will add in my zucchini, and we'll be almost finished. Oh, it's stuff. Okay, so make sure you guys have enough oil in your pans to flip your meatballs. You guys need the extra silicones. I have some here. Trying to keep our dish level down, guys. You hear all that. So if there's anything you guys would like me to cook, you know, or want to learn how to cook, please let me know.
Filet mignon wrapped in bacon.
Well, I don't know if I can just
Lobster
filet
tail on the side.
mignon. You know.
Hi, Chef Max. This is Emily.
Hi.
Since you're asking for suggestions,
Yeah.
I remember, I think this was the second dish you made for us. It was the turkey lasagna, and it was so good. If you could do that again, that would be nice.
Okay. That's a good dish for the winter, so I think I can definitely incorporate that in there. Did you guys like the shrimp and grits?
Oh, that was the bomb.
Okay, good. Okay,
They
no
were
problem.
delicious.
Thank you. So we're gonna probably do lasagna, guys, and we're gonna do a turkey base, right, Miss Emily?
Yeah, that's what you fixed the first time, yes.
Okay, no problem. So we're gonna do our broccoli and cheese chicken pot pie, because I think you guys are really gonna love it. It's got a
Sounds
good
good.
buttery flaky crust, and then the next class after that, I'll do the turkey lasagna.
All righty, sounds good.
All right, perfect. So let's check on our food, guys. We're almost finished. I got 2 more ingredients that I need to put in there. Like the zucchini, I don't like my zucchini overcooked, so I feel like it's the last thing that you put in there. You know, when you go to most restaurants these days, they're grilling the zucchini. It's coming right off the grill. It's not slimy and like, ugh, you know? Exactly. And I saute.
Years ago, Charlotte began.
Where's that?
Huh?
You said Charlie what?
No, I said years ago,
Uh-huh.
you used to always be canned.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You
no.
didn't do that anymore.
No can. I'm gonna grab a tasting spoon so I can taste the, now, this is a good time to taste it. We know, well, for me, my meatballs have been in there cooking for a while, so I know my meatballs are cooked thoroughly. So I'm gonna be able to taste the salt content in the soup to make sure I don't need to add any more spices. That's the good thing about cooking. You can add spices, you can add a little bit of salt, you can add a little bit of tomatoes. So let's go ahead and taste that and see how it tastes, all right?
Yeah, so you can add your beef broth. Yeah.
So you're gonna put the 3 cups of beef broth and your 4 ounces of soup, diced tomatoes with the juice, and your 2 ounces of tomato juice, okay, guys? That's all of your liquid. Nice, okay, Mary, now put the meatballs in here, you're getting a lot of fat.
Okay, I use a lot of fat.
No, but you want the fat to go in that food.
So it's gonna, with the meatballs and then the fat.
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
Tomatoes in there,
All right.
Tomatoes.
So I'm gonna taste this broth. You're gonna let that sit.
And then while they're simmering, and cooking all together, you can start doing it.
Yeah.
That's good. That's very good. What? So I tasted my salt content. I'm happy with it. I'll probably add like a pinch of pepper, 'cause that's what I do. Pinch of pepper. You guys need a pinch of pepper. You guys are more than welcome.
then when the road was moved in.
You're on mute.
Yeah, I remember,
That's so weird. I didn't even.
You're on, you just pushed it again.
Okay, sorry guys. Like I
There
got
you
this
go.
new phone. It's like I don't know what just happened there. I didn't even touch the phone.
Lord. Okay.
You put it in. How long is that waiting for it?
Okay, guys. So got a nice bowl.
There was no big bang.
Check your vegetables. Burn a little bit. Let them get a little bit more with the steam, something, and
It's on, right?
yeah, it's on. And then
All right, guys.
your veggies, you can bring it over.
I'm gonna double up on my bowl. Super hot.
It's not really. I'm almost.
But this is our finished product. I'm gonna move y'all a little closer.
He created the stars and the big grandfather's farm. They're all new.
Very authentic. All right, guys. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys the week after that.
Thank you. Thank you,
No problem.
everybody,
Thank
for
you.
coming. Bye.
All right, guys. Have a good one.